So here we are in the upstairs of the fort on the old side. All the plaster now gone. There's a shooting port right there. Older window and a newer window cut out of the original fort. This is the dividing wall they put up whenever they made this into a fancier house. You can see that it was still a log cabin when they put it up. And at some point, probably 1858, we believe they plastered it. That's all the original fort wall. But it had a great view. Probably had a shooting port there, I would guess, or some kind of opening window. In fact, that may have been the original window right there. They may have had opening windows that were just like basically giant thick shutters. May have been one there and one here, and then they enlarged that one. And this one got closed off by later extensions of the house. You can see the ceiling really is beautiful in here. Those are hand-planed poplar logs, original to the fort, with a real nice tongue and groove, you know. Later flooring, they probably originally had puncheon floors. It's missing one. It's up there though. You can see the whitewash finish they put on at some point there. Yet there was never any whitewash over there. So there's always mysteries. You can see here's the progress in the newer log section, upstairs bedroom. A lot more of the plaster down. Well, we figured out why the plaster roof kind of slopes towards the front of the house. Evidently, they raised the roof on the north end. You can see where the original joists went in. At some point, they put another beam up there and raised the roof another 10 inches or so. You can see some original windows for when that was the exterior of the house before the addition went on. And there is the original outside, had been the west wall of the fort. You can see there's no windows or doors. There you can see how they joined the logs on the original fort. It's very well done V-notch. And this is really interesting. This is how they put the log addition on in 1810. They took one big hewn log and they hollowed out the center with an auger, and the new log walls, they made a special notch that would slide right into what they hollowed out, so it would fit right in there. And we had the same thing on the other side. You can see a later chinking right there, and there's the original chinking. That's what it looks like. Again, stone. Very nice fireplace over there. Really nothing to be done, just cleaned out. This is the old fort chimney right here, circa 1770. It's got to be it, because the chimney on the other side, built in 1810, is much more polished, and this is definitely the earlier one, and it's got the original fort basement on it. I think I figured something out. One of my followers had a good idea to look for charring on the floorboards to try to figure out what floorboards were there and when. So this is, again, the original chimney. Here's the original hand-hewn basement bar lock right there. So this is original to the fort, where they would have locked it from the inside. And this is all the original chimney base. So you can see here, I may have said 8 feet, but you got about 6 feet probably of base under the spot where I was digging yesterday. So this is the basement. I haven't even really begun to clean this thing out. This is full basement, and I'm 6'4", 6'5". I can stand up in here. So pretty rare for an 18th century log cabin to have a full basement. But that's where I was digging up there. And I think I figured it out. I think this may have been the hearth right here. You know, the reason why is there no hearth? There's just floorboards. Well, those floorboards are, you know, pre-Civil War, but they're not the original floor. Here is the original floor, which is still underneath. If not the original punch-in floors, it's very, 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 very old. You can see it's got the original log joists, but they put fancier maple floors in at some point. And here at the fireplace, that's all we have, is just the maple floor. Whatever was here is either gone or it was cut out. And if you look, it's cut out perfectly. There's the old floorboards, and there's the missing floorboards and the missing hearth. Missing hearthstone. The rest of the house has a hearthstone. And it has that cavity in there, and that's it right there. You can see that's where I was digging. That's the cavity. Right there where that light's coming from. So, you know, it may have been a big cooking fireplace that was partially open to the basement. You know, they could feed the fire from down here and remove the ashes from down here. And maybe we're looking at the hearth right there, and there was just a drop off. It was like a drop down hearth area. And somebody had the idea to look for charring, and there's no charring on any of that stuff there. So we know that's all been added. But take a look at this original joist. I still need to clean all this out. Look at that. That's original to the fort cooking fireplace. The charring right there. So all this has been added, and it must not have been much higher than this level right here. So here's the fireplace, the fort original fireplace from the inside. I was just down in the basement, and here's what it looks like from the top. Now under these boards, there's nothing except space and then stone, which I believe may be the original hearth, but it's about, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches down. And this would have been close to the original floor level. So I've not seen this anywhere else. I'm not by no means an expert in 18th century chimneys, but there must have been a step down, you know, kind of a sunken in fireplace in this fort level, which was halfway open, or at least somewhat open to the basement. So I'm really considering removing a couple of these beautiful maple floorboards right here, and just seeing if I can clean some of this out, see what it would have looked like. You know, I'm still not decided, or we're still not decided, whether to take this floor out and return it to the original fort floor. I hate to do it because it's really a nice floor, and it's, you know, it's pre-Civil War anyways. But, you know, the fort is the #1 priority here. So maybe I'll peel a few boards off and see if I can get them off without damaging them. See what it looks like.